Hey, what's going on, my friend? This is Zach Shahi, the Dadpreneur, one of the leaders of the Legacy Creators. And on today's video, we're going to talk about the four ways that you can legally make money in America, okay? And how one of those four ways is really the only consistent way that you can do it during our current status being in a pandemic. So as you all pop in, drop me a comment below. Let me know if you're watching this live or if you're watching this on the replay. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comment string. We are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So one of my hopes for you all is that as we are going through this pandemic, as we are practicing social distancing, right, as we are pretty much stuck in the house, one of my hopes for you all is that you are getting new information, right? That you are learning new skill sets that will help propel you and your family's income going forward. So that way, if anything ever happens again, because we all know that life is always going to happen, right? There's always going to be something happening in life that you are prepared for if a crisis hits. So again, today we're going to talk about the four ways to legally make money in America, and how one of those four are really the only way that you can consistently create a solid income when a crisis happens, a pandemic, or just when life in general is happening. We're going to base this video today off of this book, The Cash Flow Quadrant, right? So a lot of you probably have heard me talk about this book before. I don't know if you went and got the book yet, okay, but I will highly recommend you get this book. Go to Amazon and download it. Go to wherever you buy your books from. Go get this book, The Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, okay? He talks about the four ways legally to make money in America. So as you can see, it's a little quadrant on the book, all right? And the four ways, let me get back in camera. The four ways is either being an E, an S, or a B, or an I, okay? Now, who can tell me what the E stands for? Let me know in the comment stream if you know what the E stands for. We're about to jump right into this. So the first way to make money legally in America is being an employee, okay? That is what the E stands for. You are an employee. You are someone who is trading your time for money, okay? Meaning you have to physically go to work and clock in. You have to work 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 hours, whatever it is, for 2 weeks before they give you a paycheck. So you have a job, right? You are an employee. Now, as we are all noticing right now, during a pandemic, it is hard for a lot of people to generate an income being an employee. Why? Because everything is shut down. Okay, unless you are an essential worker, everything is shut down. So right now, there are millions of Americans who are filing for unemployment, right? There are millions of Americans that they just can't wait for that stimulus check to hit because they now can't physically go trade time for money as an employee. So during a pandemic, if you can't go trade time for money, where's your income going to come in? Okay, so the first way to make money in America is being an employee. Now, you know what? I know a lot of you may say, well, I have a great job, right? I have my dream job. But again, if you can't go to work and trade time for money on your dream job, how are you going to take care of your family? So again, the first letter in the cash flow quadrant, the E, the first way legally to make money in America is being an employee. Now, the next way going down is an S, okay? The S stands for self-employed person. These are your small business owners, right? Someone who got very ambitious and said, you know what? I learned a lot while being on my job. Now I want to be the person that owns the job. So a self-employed person, they own the job. They do all the hiring. They do, paying out the salary. They do all the advertisement. They are the business, right? They are the business owner. You are a self-employed person. Now, the only thing about being a self-employed person, especially going through a pandemic, is the same thing technically as being an employee. Because if you cannot physically go to your place of business and open your business, if you cannot go trade time for dollars, if you can't have your employees coming to your place of business to trade time for dollars, what is going to happen to your business? I give you a perfect example. Gyms. Okay, I love going to the gym. Right now, my favorite gym is closed down. Okay, that small business owner is now not earning an income from the people that are supposed to come to the gym and work out. For the people that's paying their monthly memberships to come to the gym, right? They can't have their employees to come work at the gym. They can't have their trainers come work at the gym. So if you are a small business owner, self-employed person, okay, during a pandemic, and you can't open your place of business because you can't trade time for money, again, how are you going to continue to live your same level of lifestyle? So again, the second way to legally make money in America right now is self-employed person, but during this pandemic, they're struggling. Okay, they are also looking, for the government to give them small business loans just so they can stay open. So we talked about the first two ways, which is an employee. An employee goes to a job, an employee trades time for money. They get a paycheck for trading their time for money. A self-employed person, you now own the job. Okay, you trade a little bit more time for a little bit more money, a little bit of more freedom. But again, when things happen like we're in right now and you can't physically open your business, then your income is in jeopardy. Okay, and then we're going over this, the cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Again, one of my hopes for you all is that during this pandemic, while you are stuck at home, that you start to learn new skill sets that will help you generate a passive residual income from your house, right? Because again, if you are an employee right now, if you are a self-employed person right now, and you don't have a way to generate passive residual income, and you cannot physically go trade time for dollars, then you potentially can have yourself in a bad situation if you are not bringing in a consistent income. All right, so let's move on. The next side. So we just talked about the left side of the quadrant. Now we're going to the right side of the quadrant. So the I. The I stands for investor. Investor. These are people who take their money, invest it into the stock market, crypto, whatever it is, and they earn money. Okay, but that takes money to make money. And if you're looking at investments right now, for when a pandemic is going on, a lot of people are losing money in the stock market because the stock market is crashing because of the pandemic. So if you don't have a lot of money to invest into stocks, if you don't have, put it like this, if you don't have money to lose right now, then investing, becoming an investor is probably not your best option. Okay, now I know people, they're out there, they're buying stocks while they're real low. And again, if you have the money that you can risk to invest, and what I mean risk is that you invest that money, and if it loses it all, you won't miss it. Okay, then go ahead and do it, because the stock market will bounce back. Okay, it will bounce back eventually. But if you don't have the money to lose right now, then being an investor is probably not your best option. But the I stands for investor. Now, the fourth way, and probably one of the best ways to generate an income during a pandemic, okay, is being a B. The business owner. Okay, a business owner. A business owner, they leverage systems. Okay, they leverage systems to generate them an income. Okay, business owners are people who may start like franchises, right? You never see the franchise owner in the actual franchise. So I want you all to think about this. During the pandemic, Chick-fil-A, one of my favorite restaurants, is still open. Okay, do you see the business owner out there serving chicken sandwiches? Okay, absolutely not. They still have their employees that they leverage. They still have a system that they leverage to generate an income for them so they can stay at home while they still produce an income. So business owners learn how to leverage systems to produce an income. So even if you don't go trade your time for money, you're still generating a passive residual income. One of my mentors has always told me, if you do not have residual income, you need to run through a brick wall to get you some. Okay, so one of the best ways during a pandemic to still make an income is becoming a business owner. And the way that the average person can do that right now is by starting a home-based business right now. There are a lot of home-based businesses that you can start. I'm particularly biased about one that I want you guys to check out tonight, but do your research. Again, we are stuck at the house right now, okay? You don't have nowhere to go. Do your research and find you a home-based business that you can start that gives you the systems you need to generate an income from home so you can still have an income coming in for you and your family while you are at the house. You need to learn how to get to that right side of the quadrant and be a business owner and leverage systems, okay? So what I want you all to do tonight, right above this video, if you're watching this on Facebook, there's a link above the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, it should be in the comment stream, right? I want you all to go to that link and I want you to check out my #1 recommended home-based business that you can start tonight for free. Okay, you can start it tonight for free. We're going to give you the entire marketing system and training for free as well. And you can start earning an income as soon as next Thursday, direct deposit. Okay, so with the system that you're going to learn about tonight, when you go to that link above the video, what you're going to learn, you're going to find out how you can get paid weekly and monthly residual, okay? And if you still don't know what residual income is, that's Michael Jackson money, that's Elvis Presley money. That's when you do the work one time and you get paid over and over and over again every single month like clockwork. It is residual income. So again, I want you all to go to that link above the video right now, click on the tab that says my #1 recommended home-based business. Go through all the info. There's going to be 4 videos you need to watch that explain everything in detail, but you can get started in a home-based business for free tonight. Get the entire marketing system and training for free and start earning a weekly income as soon as next Thursday and a monthly residual income by plugging into a proven system, okay? So again, that's my hope for you all. Do some research, learn something new while you're in the pandemic, right? Learn how to create passive residual income, because if you are in the quadrant in either one of those other 3 and you're struggling right now, you need to find a way to have income coming in even when life is happening, when crisis is happening. Find a way to leverage systems to generate you an income, all right? So this is Zach Shaheed, the Dadpreneur, one of the leaders of the Legacy Creators. I will see you guys on the next live video. Go check out that link. If you have any questions, send me a message. I have additional resources I can send you to answer all of your questions, but we are here to help you guys succeed even during this unprecedented time that we're living in, all right? So you all have a great night on purpose, and I will see you all next live video. We out. Peace.